Thank you very much. Very nice to see everyone. My name is Natalia. I'm a co-founder and CEO of WeavAir. I spent over 10 years as an engineer with PhD in developing new environmental sensor systems and algorithms. I discovered that over 75% of ventilation systems don't function well, and most of the time we don't even know about this. Without well-performing ventilation system, people get sick, processes fail, resulting in a large operational cost and lawsuits. Furthermore, over 90% of people agree that air quality is critical to prevent COVID spread. After speaking to hundreds of real estate professionals, we found that other technologies on the market are either too expensive or not accurate and reliable or actionable enough to induce better decisions. WeavAir is a safety as a service solution that makes our environments cleaner and more sustainable to improve the safety, reduce the cost, reduce failures, and prevent liabilities. Building operations are complex and dynamic, and it is critical for us to monitor our environments, including air quality, filter effectiveness, public safety, and occupancy. WeavAir solution prevents contamination by diagnosing the sources before they become serious. Our multi-sensor devices can be quickly and easily installed in any property. We extract insights from this high-density data to provide them in alerts, dashboards, and API integrations. And through this, we are able to achieve ROI in less than 2 years. Each of our devices measures 20 factors at over 95% accuracy. And this enables us to not only monitor, but also identify and optimize facility operations, improving filtration systems and air quality, predicting mechanical failures, as well as saving energy. Unlike other solutions on the market, it is able to detect more metrics and predict risks. The system enables faster decisions while being more accurate than other air quality systems. We build sustainable competitive advantage through our IP, distribution partnerships, and creation of a new standard. Through this, we help organizations increase their revenue as well as staff productivity while saving operational costs and maximizing the reputational and reporting benefits. The market opportunity for this is massive, over 600 billion across industries that already expressed interest in our solution. And we already had many successful case studies and paid pilots with operators and help them save cost, optimize air exchange, and qualify for utility incentives. In the last 3 years, we validated the solution across 5 regions and set up manufacturing and distribution partnerships. We have 20 awards across 4 continents and we also have paid pilots and 3 million in annual recurring revenue pipeline. My background is engineering with expertise in technical sales. My team has experience working in technologies, finance, and government affairs, and our advisors have experience in IoT, building science, and manufacturing. It is critical for us, especially right now, to make our buildings healthier and more sustainable. So please join us, because every breath counts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Natalia. Great presentation. As the other, we'll have to unshare your screen. Ryan is already there. I'll ask my jury members to come back, and the Q&A session. Let's begin. Who wants to be the first?
Exciting stuff. Thank you. Would you mind speaking a little bit about how you calibrate your devices and endeavor to keep them calibrated?
Thank you, Ryan. That's a great question. You know a lot about sensors. It's actually quite critical for the sensors to be accurate, to be calibrated. And what we have established is algorithms that enables us to extend their lifetime to 5 years or more without having to recalibrate those devices. Essentially, what we do is we kind of push calibration factors onto each of the sensor devices through our cloud platform. And we, because we track so many metrics, we can correct for any sensors that have issues like drift or interferences. We can correct for those changes, extending their lifetime and also improving their sensitivity over time.
Thank you.
So prior to COVID, a lot of the adoption of air quality was really driven by certifications like WELL and FitWell. And regulatory environments and things that are kind of heading in that direction. Where do you see that world going, and how do you think that will impact your business over time?
Yes, Jeannie, thank you for the question. Indeed, WELL and FitWell are, really important certifications that, especially right now, building operators and managers and investors are looking for. What we see changing is that there is, a lot of new types of certification launched, but there is still a kind of a gap in the market in terms of having a certification that's enabled by real-time data. A lot of the metrics are self-reported, which results both in terms of like time. It's a very time-intensive. As we've spoken to many property managers, they told us, they have to hire like a person who is dedicated almost 100% of their time to reporting on those standards. At the same time, they have to validate this data, and it's also not always the most accurate data set. So what we see, where we see the market going, is basically establishing a standard that is based on this real-time data, and that's what we are building as well as part of our companies. We have already started working with US GBC and also speaking to other standards companies as well as GRESB to be able to establish this network and basically train organizations on our software and hardware to build this community and to build this new real-time data to establish new standards.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
Jury members, we have time for our last question.
So was your strategy at the beginning to roll out all of those services? I just looked at, can companies do everything, and your sensors, and it relates to air quality, and your predictive analytics as it relates to maintaining or predicting when HVAC systems need to be replaced. Is all this scalable? Can you do all of this inside the same organization? And is all of this data and the service lines synergistic?
Yeah, Mark, this is also a very great question. In fact, we know our strengths. So we know we are strong at data analytics, at sensing, and at making that work. But we also know that, with great partnerships, we can, achieve great things. So that's why for certain aspects of our organizations, we collaborate with companies. For example, we have currently operations in Singapore, and we work with Schneider Electric on some projects that enable us to do automations. And the same thing with, being able to achieve kind of ventilation system efficiency, filter replacements, and also kind of retrofits. Right now, many organizations are switching to new system, to 100% fresh air systems, installing UVC units, installing plasma units to improve the safety of people. And we see ourselves as a data source that enables organizations to make better decisions about which system they install, because every conversation we had so far, and we had hundreds of them, is everyone wants information about what is reliable systems, and we help them achieve this, make the right decisions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Natalia.